Talking about the licensing.
Then they combined it into one, right? So then that was just the Champions League, which they didn't call it Champions League at the time. It was just a European Cup, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they changed it to Champions League, and then they changed it to Champions League, and then they started Europa League because they knew they could get more money from having teams in a lower.
Well, but I think there's obviously an advantage to Europa League too. Teams need to be playing in tournaments.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Even if, especially like a team that places 5 through 7, if you're going to be competing for a title, especially in a league like Spain, England, and France, even.
Yeah, and you give teams like Wolves or Everton like a chance to get into a European league and actually get more money, so they can maybe push on for a Champions League spot and get the money that way.
Yeah,
which is pretty cool, but. It also, those teams like Leicester, it completely fucked them going to Champions League that 1 year.
They weren't ready.
No, they did not have the depth.
Dude,
they did not
3,000 to 1 odds. They win a season, and then they're going to play the League. Biggest teams in the world.
And then they played Real Madrid and actually put up a decent fight against them.
It's not that they were a bad team,
wild.
though. No, we've talked about this before,
but
though.
They
it's
also
not that they were a
lost
bad team.
Conte that year.
That was the only one.
Their whole midfield at that point.
That was yeah. That's true. They didn't bring anybody else in at that time.
Because they had, who the fuck was it? Okazaki? Is that his name?
The Asian
Ozaki?
dude.
Yeah, whatever it was.
I feel like he played like a 10. He was always advanced.
He would be the guy who wins the ball and flicks it on to Jamie Vardy.
Yeah.
But, and then it's weird that the way the Europa League this year, how it panned out, that everyone who's in first position in all the leagues in all the major leagues across Europe are all in Europa League right now. That's crazy.
I like it. I like it a lot.
So you could argue you could argue that Europa League is kind of better than Champions League.
Well, there's more fun teams to watch than just 2 in each league.
Yeah,
and there's different reasons to like each team now. I mean, like there's incentive to watch Wolves because they have an attractive front three.
Yeah. Same with Sociedad. Now.
Yeah, with Sociedad, there's it's fun to watch a team like Leeds. It's fun to watch Southampton at the moment. So I do like the how much competition is in each league now.
Yeah.
And that does complement the fact that there is a Europa League and there's other tournaments for these teams to play.
Does Real and Barca's fall, though, does that have anything to do with like these? I don't want to say lesser teams, but you know what I mean, like the less known teams.
No, Barca and Real Madrid's fall is the fact that they kept 35 and 36-year-olds on their roster until they couldn't breathe anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, they milked Xavi and Iniesta dry. They've milked Modric and Cruz dry.
Yeah.
Ramos,
PK.
I mean, come on, Marcelo. Yeah. Like they not only that, but both teams have only integrated maybe 2 or 3 youth players in the past 3 to 4 years that have stuck. Not just like ones that they've tried out, ones that have stuck. Like Odegaard finally got into Real Madrid. They bought him in 2014. Granted, he was a kid.
Does he play there?
Yeah.
He actually plays for them this year?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was at the end of last year where I remember Odegaard put a tackle on Ramos, and Ramos was like pretty abusive towards him, I'll say.
I'm pretty sure he's at
Madrid
this year.
He played at Sociedad last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they bought the exact same player in David Silva.
Yeah.
I mean,
older
to a T, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've kept all these grandfathers on their roster, and then they made the right move in bringing players through the system, but they're all scattered across Europe now.
Yeah.
Then some of them they can't buy back. You know what I mean?
Them letting go of Hakimi was wild to me.
Yeah.
Like, he was...
Well, who plays right back? 29-year-old Carvajal.
Yeah. Or Ferland Mendy.
Yeah, it's like, yes, these guys won Champions Leagues, but they won them when they were supposed to. It's not happening
and
again.
They also
it's not going to happen
them,
again.
They also won them when Cristiano Ronaldo was on their team.
And Messi was there, in terms of Barcelona.
Yeah, not the Messi from this year. The Messi from this year is not the Messi from previous years.
Messi's last good year was when Neymar was there. His last overt, all-around fucking, I'm Messi's king of the world, because Ronaldo outshined him the past 3 years. Ever since Neymar left, Ronaldo has been the bigger name than Messi.
Yeah, the year that, other than the year that Ronaldo was out for half of it.
Yeah.
When Modric won the Ballon d'Or, which was just
dumb as
sheer
shit.
robbery.
Absolutely political.
Yeah. Yeah, it's. But yeah, get back to the Prem teams. I think Villa have a good chance of mounting an attack for a Europa League position from the position that they're at right now, but they need to find consistency because, I mean, beating Liverpool 7-2 and then losing to.
They need to be playing a diamond. They don't have wingers. They don't need to be playing a wing system. Grealish, he can play a wing, but he's not a winger.
If they want to play...
Traore can play striker.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. If they want to play wingers, they need to be starting Traore over, what's his name, Trezeguet?
Yeah, well, Trezeguet, to me, Trezeguet is more of a 10. He's never been a winger for me.
He probably was when he was younger, but now that he's old as shit, like, he does not have the speed.
No, and he's kind of like... He carries himself how Mahrez does on the wing. Where it's the control really, wall pass crossing player. It's not a speed around the outside, which you need if you're playing flying fullbacks, which they are.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a waste. I mean, and especially when you've got Grealish and Trezeguet both doing the same thing of peeling in.
Yeah.
But they're not really like... Trezeguet's not left-footed, and Grealish, he's going to be marked the entire time. So it's like you don't have an avenue up there when Traore could be the one running around and swooping. Or, dude, honestly, you could even put Grealish as a false 9 and then put Ollie out on the left.
Yeah, I don't think that Dean Smith is going to do that, though. He's going to...
he wouldn't do that. But, I mean...
I see what you're saying, though.
Yeah, your top goal scorer, let's put him far from the goal. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean...
The guy who is basically your entire attack.
The guy who literally
carried your whole team last year.
Plays like a diet prime Messi. You know, like it's like in the same vein. Dude dribbles around everybody. He makes good, short, shifty passes and can shoot from anywhere. Let's put him at 9.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not a 9, but what else are you going to do?
He's not even, I agree. He's not even left mid. You just kind of have to let him float and see what happens. Kind of like what Madison's starting to do this year with Brendan Rodgers, but I think Madison's kind of done that previously, but
he's a textbook team.
Other than that, January transfer window coming up, but after this Christmas period of fixtures every week now for the next till January 12th, I believe.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, and then Europa League starts again in February. So or
not Champions League.
Yeah. Champions League actually starts afterwards because they only have a round of 16, whereas Europa League has a round of 32.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
So,
but Man U's
for teams that are like Chelsea, United, well, Chelsea really honestly don't have a chance. But like say United, Spurs drop off. Well, who else is in there for England? Is it just Spurs and Arsenal? I think it's just Spurs and Arsenal.
In terms of?
In Europa League.
The Spurs are in Europe. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, so for the teams that are
who got kicked out?
Are Wolves in there? No, Wolves didn't even make it.
Would have been Leicester.
Leicester, yeah. So teams like Leicester, United, Spurs, when Europa League starts back again, they'll all have an idea of whether or not they have a good chance of winning the league or getting top 4 or going for Europa, which of those 3, I'd say that Leicester are probably the team that would, as of right now,
at this rate,
would be the ones who would be more focusing towards Europa. And Arsenal just need to go fucking all in for Europa at this point.
Yeah.
Just sack off the league and play your youth and hope that they stay up, honestly. But then again, your youth is probably your best thing, so you might need to play them in Europa League. So
could be the end of Arsenal, dude.
Could be.
All right, we're wrapping up.
Yep.
All right.